Thank you, Frank. I'm with Todd Marinovich, and Todd, this is the kind of game, a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes in terms of what you wanted to do. Tell me what was happening in your mind in that first half.
Well, there was a lot going on, and we were just sticking to our basic game plan. They came out and ran a little different stuff with Cherry coming down, robbing our receivers, and he did an excellent job. And I just, wish I could have performed a little bit better for our guys, and that's the way things go. And this is a big-time game, and I'll never forget it.
The game plan, was it modified for you, Todd? Pulled back a bit so you wouldn't have too much to think about out there?
Not really. We did more this week than last week, and they didn't really change much either on defense. It was just a hard-fought game, and at the end there, I didn't want to take this uniform off. I'm playing with some legends, and I didn't want the season to end.
And a lot of people start thinking about Kenny Stabler, number 12, the sleeves torn out there. What was the difference in the second half? What did you change?
I just started seeing things more. I had to wake up and see Cherry. He was coming in there making plays, so I just spotted him and just started, just playing catch, throwing it to the open receiver. Yeah. I hope so, but if not yet, they got a lot to see yet. They don't know what's coming.
I think people certainly believe you are the future. Sorry about the loss, but we know we're going to see some great games for you later on.
Thanks, Lynn.
Okay. Frank?
Hi, thank you, Lynn. Pretty gracious quarterback. You throw 4 interceptions. It's kind of hard to get him on camera today. Todd Marinovich, and of course he does have the future.
Raider fans, with the first pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select quarterback Jamarcus Russell, LSU.
.5", 260 pounds. You saw him throwing his knees over 60 yards. Jamarcus Russell, who last year threw for over 3,000 yards, 68%, 28 TDs and only 8 interceptions, played big in the big games, and now he's the #1 overall pick in the 2007 draft, making it 8 of the last 10 years a quarterback going #1, Mel.
And you're right, look at this, Boone. Oakland taking a guy like Matt Leinart or Jay Cutler last year, they could have taken Calvin Johnson. But the quarterback situation, the way it is right now, Jamarcus Russell is going to immediately energize that Raider Nation, that fan base, that football team on the practice field, in that locker room. 3 years from now, you could be looking at a guy who's certainly one of the elite top 5 quarterbacks in this league. And I think when you look at the difference between Brady, Quinn, and Jamarcus Russell, everybody says it's the superior physical ability. Brady Quinn's a big guy. Nobody has an arm like Jamarcus Russell, and the mobility is a little underrated. I think that slow, deliberate motion is a concern. Having great receivers running wide open, the NFL, that's not going to be the case. Obviously, he'll need a little time, but you're talking about a 2 to 3 year period once he's under center. Look out, because skill level that he has is certainly John Elway-like.
You know what? The Raiders kept it to the end. They made the pick and then called him. That's why he's not right up there and say, we can't tell you yet. Oh, now you're picked. He obviously just met Al Davis over the phone. You know what is interesting is we go to 8 out of 10. 98, Peyton Manning, home run. 99, Tim Couch, not so much a home run. Michael Vick in 2001, exciting, we'll see. 2002, David Carr, on to his second team. 2003, Carson Palmer, we think he'll be great. 2004, book still out on Eli. 2005, Alex Smith. So you're seeing, just because you're first with the quarterback, your rate of an A to a D is all over the map.
It's a quarterback-centric league. At the end of the day, quarterbacks run the league, and that's why they're that first pick. And I talked to Greg Knapp, offensive coordinator, earlier this week. He believes that Jamarcus Russell can do very well in this offense. This is going to be a quick strike offense. I wouldn't call it West Coast because that word means so much now, but it's going to be a quick drop, deeper drop as well. He'll be able to make all those throws. Greg felt he had a quick release. He could make the short throw, the long throw. Mel and everyone has said about his arm strength, but he's also a great touch, so that'll give him the ability to run this offense very well.
Steve, I remember I'm talking to Rams coach Scott Linehan, who knows quarterbacks pretty well, saying his range with his arm is bizarre. But he's got touch, he's got accuracy. Now, some people believe strongly he does have to sit at least a year. And think about this. At LSU, he was a highly acclaimed high school quarterback coming out with all these physical skills, by the way. They made him redshirt for a year, and then they got him ready and worked him hard, and he got better every year, as Mel pointed out.
Every year was a big point because the year before, that would have been a big issue because sophomore year was not nearly what his junior year was.
Just a little bit of history for the Raiders. Their first, once upon a time, they got a guy who was a first-round pick, not of their own, but his name was Billy Cannon. Played at LSU. Billy Cannon was on Super Bowl teams. He becomes the 8th #1 overall pick in the draft to be a member of the Oakland Raiders. But it's the first one that they drafted themselves. Good luck. Jamarcus Russell. Is it Calvin Johnson next as Detroit is on the clock?
Nobody is on the phone, but the commissioner's
Maybe it's
at the
a trade.
podium.
Right.
With the 4th pick in the 2008 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Darren Mcfadden, running back, Arkansas.
You knew the reaction would be loud, and it is. As the player that most people say is the most talented, with the biggest upside in the draft, is selected by the Raiders.
It's a great fit. 40-yard dash, 4.33. Forget the numbers. This is a guy with home run capability. That's the key. Marshall touched on it. In addition, he's extremely tough. I love his upper body strength. My only issue with the kid on the field has always been he's got a narrow frame with his lower body. I think he goes down too often with arm tackles, but he's a home run hitter.
He is, and you know what? Al Davis is tired of getting beat by LaDainian Tomlinson. I've watched LaDainian Tomlinson and Larry Johnson rip the Oakland Raiders to shreds, and now what does he do? He goes out and get himself the same caliber of player to go along with the receivers that he has. It's going to be great.
And I would be remiss if I did not mention that LaDainian Tomlinson against Darren Mcfadden will be on NFL Network this fall on one of our game package. I'm just trying to pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? But there he is, and the Raiders are now off the clock until round 4, right, unless they make another trade of some sort. So that's not a bad one guy, Steve, to just put on your draft board and then go home. That's perhaps
a great guy, because that division with Kansas City and Denver and the Chargers have had very explosive offenses over the last 10 years. And the Raiders need to do that. They need to score some points because they're building that team with young offensive players.
And here's Dion with Darren.
I'm proud of you. I saw you posing for the paparazzi, and you had this little smirk on your face like, yeah, you guys try to knock me, but I'm here anyway.
Nah, it's just a smile. I'm joyful. I'm very thankful. I have to thank God, you know, he allowed me to get this far. I got to thank my family for supporting me as much as they have, and I just want to thank everyone who's been there for me.
The 10th of 12 kids, what does this do for your family?
It's amazing. You know, I can help my family out now and provide them whatever they need. It's just a great joy for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Boy, he's explosive, he's quick, and when you look at coach's tape, you can see why. He's at the quarterback position, foot in the ground, explodes, now he's gone. Great speed, we all know that. Again, at the quarterback position, can you make somebody miss? This is what he loves to do. He bounces it to the outside. Now, you got to make another little shimmy. You beat another guy to the outside. Look at the cut here. This is my favorite cut. Outside, I think he's going up. He's going to make the inside, stick the foot in the ground, make a miss, back outside again. Tremendous speed. How tough is he? Well, watch him get in the hole, gets hit up high. Bang, legs go down. Okay, watch the linebacker from Alabama. Comes off the guard, one-on-one tackle in the hole up high. Straight down. That's what I mean by narrow frame and no power with the lower body. One more time. Marshall Faulk runs through this 100 times in a row. He can't quite get through the arm tackle. Marshall, I love everything about the kid as far as a home run hitter. Those last couple clips bother me. Do they bother you at all?
They do bother me, and you know, it puts you in the mind of Reggie Bush. Does he run well inside? I think he's a better runner in the interior part of the line than Reggie Bush. The other thing is, let's not overlook this here. The one thing that can't happen with this kid is what happened with Jamarcus Russell. He can't miss camp. It can't be a holdout. I hope the Raiders get him in because of his background and his history. He don't want to get off to a bad start. Let's get him in camp, and he's going to make this team better.
You know what? I got to looking at that tape. They play this kid at quarterback. They run option. They throw. They trust him back there. That means a lot to me because the coaches trust him, and it's not really fair to compare him to a Marshall Faulk, Hall of Fame guy. This is just a kid. He's going to get stronger. He's going to get better in time.
And since 1967, Al Davis has drafted a running back in the first round for the third time. Marcus Allen, Napoleon Kaufman, Darren McFadden. Davis's brother working the phone there for the Oakland Raiders here at the NFL Draft in Radio City Music Hall. They've made their pick. Then the commissioner coming to the podium. Could we have a shocker here? They go to a receiver other than Crabtree. It's possible.
Oh, I think it is possible. I think it's either Monroe or one of the receivers, and Al's a height, weight, speed guy.
With the 7th pick in the 2009 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Darius Hayward Bay, wide receiver, Maryland.
Talk to me, Mike Mayock. Talk to me.
I took him in my mock draft, even though I've got him rated as a late one, because that is a classic Al Davis pick. He is a height, weight, speed guy, the fastest guy at the combine. My issue is inconsistent hands, and to me, that is way earlier than he should have been picked.
We've been talking about this pick for a long time, Mike, and you said it a long time ago, and Mike Lombardi said it too. Mr. Davis wants speed on that football team, and I know Tom Cable, the new coach over there, is glad to have him. Now, you've got Darren McFadden from last year, Jamarcus Russell the year before. They've got their triplets right now, they think.
You're our Mr. Davis expert on the set, John Gruden. What do you think?
Hey, look, I know he loves speed. I remember standing on the field one day when James Jett ran by, and he asked me if I could feel that. You can feel Darius Hayward Bay. This guy is big and fast. I'm a little surprised he went this early, but at least Jamarcus Russell has a big-time target to throw to. Their leading pass catcher at the receiver position last year was Johnny Lee Higgins with 22 grabs. So now we got a big guy. We can do whatever we want with this guy and use some of our complementary receivers to fill in and help us out. But he's an interesting pick here at number 7, no question.
Here's the deal. You got a quarterback at number 1 in Jamarcus Russell. You got a tailback at number 4 in Darren McFadden. Now you've got the wideout at number 7. They've got all the skill positions covered. I hope they block some people this year.
Well, we talked about them maybe taking an offensive tackle. Now they're going to pick number 40 again here in the second round. So maybe there will be an offensive tackle left for them to take them.
With the 8th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Rolando McClain, linebacker, Alabama.
And all the Giant fans hoping that he'd be the guy anchoring the middle of that Giant defense will have to buy Raider tickets in order to see that.